It's brought to you by allaboutmqm.org, the MQM's knowledge base.
Mr. Kamal, thank you so much for joining us here on Witness. Two tragedies in a way in Karachi yesterday. First, the bomb blast at the Ashura procession itself, and the second, the incredible fires that have destroyed Karachi's wholesale markets. Tell us, sir, why have the fires still been raging for more than now 30 hours?
Well, as you have mentioned, it was a wholesale market, and let me just give you after the brief that after that blast, when one gang and there were gangs started burning the properties and these shops. They were not just burning those property, but they were even trying to stop the CDGK's fire attendant to come and just extinguish the fire. Because as you know, for every procession in Muharram, CDGK makes a special arrangement, and our fire tenders and all the district government departments, and I myself was situated there in that whole procession, and was just 2 minutes away from that incident. And soon after this thing started, we just rushed towards the scene.
Mr. I'm going to interrupt you here for a minute, but can you please describe to us the sequence of events? We know that the bomb blast happened shortly after 4 o'clock, and there seem to have been some minor incidents of arson on Imagina Road itself immediately in the aftermath of the blast. How did it spread towards Bolton Market and Paper Market and all the other wholesale markets?
Well, as you know, Qatrina, that I would not be able to give you the correct answer and exact answer, because law enforcement agencies control the police department, and I do not have the access to the all these reports. This is the job to the crime department, which corrects all these things. But let me just tell you what we faced there. We were just there, I think half a kilometer away from that blast, and soon after that blast, I was one of the sitting there in one of the camp. My people rushed towards the site, and then within 10 minutes time, 5 minutes time, people, they were gangs, started burning all these shops and all. We even went to attend that as well, and our fire brigade was just 2 minutes away from that situation, because we had deployed in a normal condition, in order to face any eventualities. We were there, prepared there. We rushed towards that site, but there people, we received a state fire on the fire brigade, and two of my firemen were injured. They received the bullet, and even the people, the mob, tried to even burn and destroy that fire tender as well. And then police and rangers were evacuating that area, and they were just pushing back, and they took us behind as well. And then we were just standing still, at the border of that whole incident, and asking police and law enforcement agencies to get the permission, because they also entered even after 2 hours. Police and rangers could enter in that area, and in that 2 hours they burned all these shops.
Mr. Kamal, you're saying they. I guess the biggest question now at this point is, do you believe that these were people who are participating in the Ashura procession, or do you think there was a second group of conspirators who were waiting to start these fires as in the aftermath of the bombing?
Well, I think it was a whole conspiracy. I think the bombing and this incident of fire, I think we should not de-link with each other. I think it's the same incident, and I don't think, because the people who were in that procession, I mean, they were the victim. They were, I think, picking up their own bodies, and shaheeds were there, and injured were there. I think there was a group, and I don't have an right information and right access, but it's my apprehension, because the way that fire thing had taken place, that the way it was planned, all of a sudden, I mean, like in 1.5 hours, 2 hours, and it was like whole that area was burning. First the fire started at the lighthouse area. Shops were burned, and then after they started burning the Bolton Market and area. And with the Bolton Market, there's an issue that it's all cosmetics and flammable items there, it's all perfume and things like that. And since it's an old area, it's a very congested 4,000 shops, with each, I mean, it's just, it's a very congested area, very narrow area there, and the streets there in between is just 2 feet of street. So we have been facing so much problem. And on that fire issue, let me just explain to your people here. In everywhere in the world, if there's a fire, fire brigades activities and efforts, it's successful when the response to that incident is fast. 15 to 20 minutes if fire brigades reaches there, then only they would be able to do the right job and proper job. But if fire takes 1 hour or 2 hours and
Mr.
gets
Kamal, why did it take so long? Have you investigated that?
No, I told you initially, but we were just there. I mean, it did not even take us 2 minutes to reach out to that fire because we were already deployed there for the normal situation there. But I told you the moment we reached there, I mean, the people, those gangs who were burning those shops, they even, started firing on our fire tenders, and 2 of my firemen were even injured. They received the bullet. And they even tried to burn the fire tender as well, and then police and rangers evacuated us from there. They took us back, and then when we returned back there, that was almost 2.5 and 3 hours, and till then there was more than 300 spots where fire was there, and
Mr. Kamal,
fire had
give us
got
some
big.
idea of the area over which the troubles broke out. We understand that this was predominantly in what used to be called District South. Did it also spread to other areas? Because we're getting mixed reports that there were also reports of arson in Maleer and other areas of Karachi.
No, I mean, for this thing, let me just say this to the people of Karachi. Hats off to the people of Karachi that after this big incident, and the people who were the conspirator of this incident, they must have planned something, to give the blood bath to the people of Karachi, because the way they had planned, the way they burned the shop, the way they took carry out the bombing, I think the people of Karachi, must have thought that people of Karachi would fight with each other, on sectarian basis. But hats off to the people of Karachi that just after this incident, not even a single incident has been, identified anywhere in Karachi. 18 million people are living there.
And I would like to ask you that President Zardari has said that this was an effort to fan sectarian violence in Karachi. Do you think that was also part of the agenda of whoever attacked the Ashram?
It could have been. Definitely, it could have been. This must have been the agenda, because they must be wanting people to fight with each other. But people of Karachi are, they are very sensible people. They definitely they are roles for the political parties, and I must congratulate and thanks on behalf of the people of Karachi to Mr. Altaf Hussain, MQM leader. He was the first leader to intervene, and in first moment he came out on the TV and live and asked people to remain calm and not to show their emotion and control their emotion. And not even a single incident took place anywhere in Karachi after that. And I must congratulate and thank them.
Questions also which are very important. An observer has said that there's a silent death that has not been reported, and that is the livelihoods of all the shopkeepers and the business community who have lost everything. Do you have a number tag now that you can put and assess the kind of damage that has been inflicted?
Well, more than 1,000 shops were burned definitely, and we are still engaged in fighting this, calm down that fire, because it's a flammable area all over that Kohli Garden area. But let me just mention here that Karachi earns 68% of the whole country's revenue, and we never asked for more. I mean, we have been sharing these revenue generation with the whole Pakistan. But today, the first time, as being the mayor of Karachi, I'm urging and I'm requesting provincial government and federal government of Pakistan that please, these shopkeepers and these businessmen, they have lost their whole life earning. Please assist them and compensate them, because if they die economically, God forbid, it will have a very huge impact on Pakistan's economy. So this time I'm on behalf of the people of Karachi, as a mayor of Karachi, on their behalf, please, I'm requesting the provincial government and federal government to please help them out and compensate them whatever they have lost.
And Mr. Kamal, of course, one very important question. It seems perhaps naive to bring it up at this point, but the area in Karachi that has been burnt, Bolton Market, from Lighthouse to Bolton Market, has also been known as Karachi's heritage area. These buildings date back to colonial times. Have we been able to save anything of our heritage?
Well, there was a heritage. Even the KMC building, old KMC building, is a beautiful heritage. They even tried to, they even burned that first floor and ground floor of that KMC building, and all the cars which were there, and even including banks and everything. We tried our level best, and damages, yes, there are damages. I won't say there are no damages, but we are trying to minimize those damages as much as possible with all of our strength. So let's hope and pray that we should overcome on this situation as soon as possible.
Mr. Mustafa Kamal, City Nazim of Karachi, thank you so much for having taken time out to join us here on Witness.